In this video, we are talking about a very powerful tool, and I cannot focus how important this tool is. It's called NMAP. And NMAP is scanning tools that can get you whatever you want. So NMAP, we're gonna see two different interface. We're gonna see the command line and the graphical interface. You can type NMAP, and if you type --help, it will show you all the switches, but you don't need to bother by memorizing switches, because I'm going to attach a cheat sheet related to NMAP that has the major scan and what exactly they are doing. So let me show you a proof. Let's take the first thing on the previous list. I need to know the system, the live system from any network. So I can use NMAP in this way: NMAP -S capital P, and then the network ID, not a specific IP. So all the machine inside my network start with 192.168.95. Then they have 1, 2, 3, and so on. So I can type 0/24. And what P is doing here, it's doing ping sweeping. So instead of keep pinging on each machine, and maybe some of them are inside the network and some of them are invalid IP, I can do that myself. So if I type like here, -SP, that means I need to check what is live system that they have. And it's going to show me, yes, this IP 1, and it will tell me like it's a virtual machine and the MAC address of this machine. And this machine also is the virtual machine and the MAC address. So it gives you the IP, the MAC address, if it's a physical or virtual machine. And one of the things it will give you, if it's a router, so it will give you that this is a router and this type. So this is to check if the system is live or not. Another way for checking that, it's to, or another different way for using NMAP, it's to use NMAP for scanning a specific machine and getting the port and services. So I can clear and I can type NMAP -s capital S. This is called SYN scanning, that will be discussing type of scanning, and -capital O, which will give you the operating system of the victim and then the IP of the victim machine. So 192.168.95.137, and let's see what we're gonna have. It will scan and it will give you all the open port and what service they have on those open port, and then it gives you the MAC address of this machine, and it's going to tell you this is a virtual machine, not a physical machine. And finally, the running operating system or the operating system detection, and it's going to tell you that this is Microsoft Windows XP, which it is actually. So it's a very handy tool. But before going through the next phase about NMAP, I want just to have a small discussion about the port. What is a port? The port, it's a logical communication channel. Anything that connect, any service that need an external connection in your system need a port. So for instance, when you open your browser and you type www.yahoo.com, what happens is it will go through port number 80. This port know how to deal with HTTP protocol. He know how to send page requests, how to receive page requests, how to deal with them. While if you try to download something, it will be using port 21, which work on, which it will use a service FTP that work on port 21. If you are sending an email through Outlook, it will be sent through port 25 that use SMTP. So each service has a specific port to be used. And let me go to one of the machine. Those port, as I mentioned, those are logical port. I mean, I cannot open one of those machine and tell you this port 80 or port. It's something logical, it's not something physical. Now, how can I check the port on my system locally? Okay, we're going to use a command called netstate. And this is one of the things that you should be aware of. So if I need to see what port are open on my machine, I can open a command line and type this specific command. Just let me open a command line. command line, and the type NMAP, net state minus AN, and press enter. And in this case, this is what you'll be getting. It will show you all the local port open in your machine. You have 23, you have 8135, and this is your local, and those ports are open but they are listening, no one is connected. While here you have port 9747, this port is open and someone is connected to it. So you can like check, okay, the open port and what is connected to it, and you can even see the foreign address. So this port is open and this IP is connected to it. Now, ports usually are divided to two different categories. You have the port that is less than 1024, and this is usually called the well-known port. So if you found port 80 open, 21, 23, this is well-known port. While the port above 1024, those actually the ones that you have to investigate. And total we have 65,532, I believe, port. So when you have a port like this one open, you need to investigate what exactly opens this port. You can do that by using some tools, or you can do that manually. So for instance, I can type the same command, net state minus AN, but I can add O, and O will give me another factor. It's called the process ID. So if I take the same case that I was talking about, which is this one, okay, this one, and I need to know what exactly is opening this connection. Just 1 second. Okay, so I'm worried because this is a high port. I can check the process ID is 2004, so I can click on Alt and Control and delete, and I can check the process ID here. Where is 2004, and where is it? Let me organize them. 204 or 2. I think this is the one. So let's see what programmers are using that. Yeah, so no, this is not the one. Let's check what is the process ID. Is 2004, right? So 2004. It's not showing here. Maybe it's something migrated to something else. Let's see the one below, 540. So 540. 540. No, this one was. We're gonna learn those skills actually inside this course, that how to make your process hidden. So some of the attack I created, I hide my process, so maybe that's why it's not showing. So I just need to get anyone that's showing 3816 3816 3816. So this is, for instance, KF sensor. This is an honeypot. It's a protection application. So I can know that this one or this port are opened by this specific application. So this is if I need to do that manually, but some application will do that on behalf of you. But one of the skills that we're going to learn during this course, that because when you hack to a system, your process will showing in the process ID. So you can associate this process with one of the system process, so it will not be shown. And this actually will be explained in the advanced hacking technique. So this is related to the port. Another way for using NMAP to get more information about specific server. So let me clean the screen, and let's get one of the websites. So for instance, let's get Easy Counsel website. I need to get the IP, so I can ping or I can NS lookup. This will resolve the name to IP easycounsel.org, and it will give me the IP. So I'm going to take this IP and I can do something with nmap minus small sl and then the IP of the server, because I need to know how many IPs they have. They only show me one IP if I ping or if I NS lookup. It's 192 no, I'm sorry, it's 66.129.123.0/24. And if I do that, he's gonna check which one he would gonna do ping sweeping. Besides, he's gonna show me the server, the IP of the server. So if I check here, let's see. So I can see that they have this IP, okay, and this IP is a this is the server name. This is the domain asp.this1.com. This is their mail server, and this is the IP of the mail server. This is NS is a DNS server, so I know their DNS server as well. So I can resolve the but the other IP are not used. So this is another way for doing NMAP. NMAP is very, very powerful, and besides that, it has its own something called the NMAP scripting engine. It has some scripts that you can run. So for instance, I can type nmap -- script equal DOS and the IP. And what this nmap will do, it will check the IP if this machine can be hacked or it can be crashed by denial of service. I can type nmap equal for instance default, which will keep, they have a default scanning 192.168.95.137, and it will, sorry, -- script equal default and the IP nmap -- default, maybe 143. Okay, actually the problem is, you know, the syntax. You have to memorize the syntax. I will share with you some of the major script that you can use. So here it's nmap -script -script -help. Now this is discovery equal default. So I don't think help discovery. If you need to get all the name, because I don't think I wrote the, so you can write -script -help discovery, and it will show you all the scripts that can be used. Okay, so as I mentioned, there have some pre-created scripts that you can use to search for a specific vulnerability or specific, so it can do vulnerability scanning, it can do, but the problem is the amount of switches and command you need to memorize. Now they have another version that it's very, very powerful, but it's a graphical interface, and I usually use this one. It's called ZenMap. So if I type ZenMap and I press on enter, you'll get a graphical interface that is much more easier to use. So here, if you put the IP 192.168.95.137 and you click on scan, you can see that he already put the best scanning process. So click on scan, it will scan and it will give you all the information needed. Port opens, let me do a network. So let me see, I'm going to put 95.0/24. So and start scanning. You even can see different kind of scanning. He's doing intensive scan, but there is different kind of scan. So I'm going to do the intensive scan. It will take a few seconds, but it will give you all the machine and whatever information he can get about those machines. And it's very easy to use, and it has all the feature in the command line. So if you go here, just let's give him some times. He keeps scanning. And you can see on each machine he's getting the open port, the service and everything. And in a few seconds you're going to find all the hosts here, but you'll be able to get a lot of information. Besides, you can use this script engine, NMAP script engine. It already exists here, so you can add whatever you want. They are inside profile. So if you go to profile and go to new profile, and you will find all the scripting here which you can use, which one you need to implement. Okay, so instead of memorizing command and stuff like that, you can use it from here. I may need to pause for a couple of minutes until it finishes, because I really want to show you the output of that. Okay, so let me pause this video for a few seconds until it finishes. Then I'm going to show you what will be the result. So as you can see, he finished with one of the hosts. So this is what he was able to find, and eventually keep getting it will show the other host service running on this machine. And we get to know things like topology. You'll find the remaining of the host, it will show there, and they will have different color depending about how weak they are. So this one is very weak, and so a lot of detail will be showing. It's just need time. So NMAP, it's graphical interface tools that you can use. Yeah, here you go. So as you can see, when you open any one of those, it will give you all the information that he was able to get, the operating system, the open port, the service that it has, and you can go to topology. It will show you. Actually, you can, I believe, it will show you the machines, and those colors actually are very, very useful because it shows you which machine you should start working on it more vulnerable than other machine. So this is NMAP, and I'm going to add a small tutorial regarding NMAP. It's a very, very good one that teach you the different syntax and comment and output.